What's up, YouTube? Deaddraw here, bringing you another video today. Today I'm bringing you another discussion video about this card right here, Galaxy Cyclone. Let's explain. I'm going to explain to you why it's going to be good, or why it is already good, why its price is just insane, and versus MST. Now, let's go here. Target one set spell or trap card, destroy it, and then during your main phase, you can banish it from your graveyard to target one face-up spell or trap card and destroy it, which is really good to have the two effects there. Obviously, you can't use it the same turn, which would have been like really good, but regardless, it's really good anyway. Now, this card with Solemn Notice coming out and going to be at 3, most decks are going to be playing 3 Solemn Notice, and probably a warning now, since you're going to have to stop opponents' plays. That's just how it's going to be. So, one thing that's really important is that you get rid of spell and trap card removal. This is really a really good one too. Now you also got to remember, in the future and right now and the next sets, there's a lot of pendulum deck support coming out. A lot of support for pendulums because they want them to be good. A lot of really broken things and stuff like that. This card is really good for against pendulum decks because you could hit their back row, and then your next turn you're going to be able to hit one of their scales. With the banishing effect, which is very strong. And one of the reasons this card is really good right now and expensive now is because there isn't too many pendulum decks, but there's a lot of floodgates that are continuous cards. So being able to destroy one of those floodgates, such as like Light Imprisoning Mirror, Dark Imprisoning Mirror, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror was what I meant. Royal Decree, stuff like that. This really helps with, so you can hit one of their other ones and the next turn you get rid of it. Very strong. A lot of times you keep this in graveyard and game 2 just in case they have a floodgate. It's very strong. Now, the downside to this is if the pendulum deck isn't playing traps or set spell or trap cards, then you're going to have nothing to hit in their back row, so you're never going to be able to really get this to the graveyard, which is a bit of a problem. That's where MST comes in. MST can hit anything, and it's a quick play spell. This is just a normal. So it's really going to be really situational, this card. But if you're playing it in the right deck, against the right deck, it's going to be very effective. But if you're playing against a deck that's just not effective against all, it's kind of dead in hand. So I'm not sure if main decking this card is actually worth it. But side decking this card is definitely 100% worth it, in my opinion. It's a very strong card to side deck. It gets rid of floodgates. It gets rid of pretty much. Really, this card is really good against pendulum decks if they're playing back row, such as like Klee. If the regular variant of Klee right now are playing a lot of back row, and this can get rid of stuff like, especially like lose one turn. This can get rid of that if you don't want to get rid of their scale, or if you need to get rid of that lose one turn to make your plays. You hit one of their other back row, and then you lose one turn the next turn. Which is very big. So that's why, this card is really good. It's really expensive. I think it's sitting around the $60 range. It's pretty pricey. But besides that, it's really good. So if you guys want to try to pull these, go pull them. Paying $60. I don't know if it's worth it. It'll probably be reprinted. I don't know when. It is pretty new. It was in Cross Souls. So maybe like in the next 3-4 months, maybe gets a reprint. Who knows? But besides that, that's it. So we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.